All right, it's been about 7, 8 months, so I'm back for my yearly check-in, and I had to pull myself away from the new Xenoblade DLC. Recently, had to pull myself away from the Resident Evil 4 remake so I can get shit done in real life. But as much as I love the Resident Evil 4 remake, the old one is better. And this is no hate fest for the RE4 remake. If you're looking for that, you're not gonna get it here. But to me, it's like 3 or 4 key components that make the original Resident Evil 4 better. And I'm gonna get into it right now. And this is after playing through the game twice. I haven't gone back to play through the original Resident Evil 4, but I don't need to. I beat it on the GameCube, the Wii, the Switch, and I think the PS4. And everything that I beat it on, I maxed out Mercenaries mode, which is one of my favorite modes. Besides the main story, it's the other thing I like to play the most. And you max it out, you get that hand cannon. You have to S mode it with every character on every stage, and that's what I'm gonna get into now. Man, something about the RE4 remake just didn't sit right with me. And once I finished playing through it, I knew what it was. It was that the Mercenaries mode is complete dog shit. And it's not complete dog shit to the fact where it's not fun, but all the tension of the original Mercenary mode is gone. And this is the first gripe I have with the game. All the tension of the original Mercenaries mode is gone. Like, I remember playing Mercenaries mode and that shit was nail biting. Like, you running around, you trying to survive and trying to hot damn have enough time to get that S rank so you can unlock the hand cannon. And that's just non-existent on here. Number one, in the new game, to get the hand cannon, you don't have to S rank the Mercenaries mode with every character. You only have to S rank it with one character on every stage, and getting that S rank is dead simple. Number one, you get more time for every kill. In the old version, you had to go and map out that level and find and know where every time bonus was at, and you had to strategically plan when to go pick them joints up. Like, at the same time not getting killed, at the same time keeping the kills going on your end so the combo builds. And how dare you take out the best fucking level of Mercenaries? How fucking dare you? The big ass Doc with the big double chainsaw man, how dare you? Like, why? Like, what the fuck? Like, that is the audacity of you not to include that. Just grinds my fucking gears. Although I do love this game, like, I do love it. And the Resident Evil 4 remake is still great, but in my opinion, and the opinion I've been holding since it came out, is just not a replacement for the old one. That's how these remakes, for the most part, come to be. They're just not replacements for the old one. The only remake in recent memory that I could think of, because Metroid Prime is a remaster, even though it's damn bordering on a remake. Like, Metroid Prime remaster, I don't personally see the need for me to go back and play the old versions again. And that's the remake that's definitive for that for me is Resident Evil 1, the remake. The Resident Evil 1 remake, I will never play the PlayStation 1 version of that game again. And I know that's sacrilege to some people, but to me, that's just the definitive way. That's the new standard. That's still my favorite Resident Evil game, the Resident Evil 1 remake. I can still see merit in playing Resident Evil 2 the original over the remake if you like the tank controls, because the tank controls are gone in the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. But the next thing is like, why is the Resident Evil 4 remake being piecemealed? And then this is a nitpicking video. This is all nitpicks. It's nothing to do with the main story just yet. But why is the Resident Evil 4 remake being piecemealed? What a Ada shit at? What a Operation Ada missions at? I know it's just some extra shit, but why you have to take it away? Keep it, man. We liked that. It was little extra perspectives of the story that we got to see when we got finished beating the main shit. Like, we liked that, man. Bring it back. And don't, man, you know they're gonna bring it back and fucking sell it. That's the problem here. But I wish you wouldn't, but I think you will. But here go one of my other gripes, and this is where we get into the main story. Like, my biggest problem is the boss fight with it being taken out. Come on, man. Don't be removing boss fights from the game. But to give Resident Evil 4 remake its props over the original, the Salazar boss fight is way better. Like, the Salazar boss fight in the original, you could post up in a little corner, pull out if you're not using hand cannons and shit, you just pull out the broken butterfly and fuck his ass up, or pull out the rifle and fuck him up. But in this version, like, he's all over the place. Spoiler alert if you didn't play the game yet. Oops, sorry. He's all over the place, and he will destroy you if you're not being mobile at the same time that he's being mobile. That fight brought some tension back into the game. And like, all of the stuff that's kind of recreated shot for shot is either just as good or better than it is in the first game. But the overall package with the mercenary modes being kind of fucking watered down, I ain't feeling that, man. Don't be doing that shit. And then how dare you make me think you're gonna pull a Final Fantasy VII remake, and how they hinted that they are gonna keep Aeris alive. You give me more Lewis, and then you let the punk ass version of Krauser kill him. Like, I thought that we was in a new universe where Lewis was gonna get to stay alive and shit, and he just got taken away. He got murdered by bitch ass Krauser. Come on, man. Anyway, man, I still love the game. This is not my usual hate fest of a video. Sometimes I just like talking about stuff that I like. I don't want to just get up here and take a giant shit on something. That's what I usually do, because everything is usually shitty. But this time, shit rolling right now. Like, don't be surprised if you don't see me uploading on this shit for another 7 months. I mean, I'm probably not going to do that, but I might. We got the Xenoblade out. I'm knee deep in some shit called Trails of Cold Steel, and I don't know how or when or where I'm going to be in life when I finish playing all that shit. Then you got Zelda coming. You got fucking Final Fantasy 16. And I just don't know where I'm going to have time to sit in front of a microphone for 10, 15 minutes at a time to talk about shit anymore. I just don't. But yeah, man. Shout out to Capcom for bringing out a great product. But the old one is still better. And Resident Evil 1 Remake is still the best Resident Evil game ever made. Fuck what you talking about. Like, I think that the moral of this story is, as I ramble, is that all the best games of the GameCube generation are now all the best games of this generation. Think I didn't blitz through Metroid Prime, my favorite game of all time, 100%ed that bitch. That Metroid Prime remaster remake, 100%ed. Still a 10 out of 10. Still my favorite. Bring 2 and 3 so I can 100% those. But yeah, man, Resident Evil 4 remake, great game, but the old one is still better. And Krauser, I still fucking hate you, bruh. Like, still don't like you. I don't like the new version even more than I didn't like the old version. But like, yeah, man. Nice to be back on the video game channel talking video game shit. Love Resident Evil 4 the remake. But you know what? I love Resident Evil 4 the original even better. And now I'm gonna go to sleep. Some bullshit and I'm about to play Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, who the fuck cares about where I'll pull an all-nighter and just work all through the day tomorrow. And this future redeem shit has to be seen. I'm out.